Hi Connor, thanks for allowing us to come on your channel once again. And hello to everybody over here on the COP Council. My name is of course Col and I am the founder and creator of 100% Mags Newcastle United fan channel here on YouTube. Been doing this for over 7 years now. And I cannot wait for the game on Sunday. This is going to be a very interesting game. It's going to be a really tough game as it is two really good sides coming up against each other. We've seen this game play out twice now this season. Once at St James's Park, which was a fantastic game. Ended a bit on a sour note though, however, with it only being a draw when it should have probably been a win, as I've already talked about when we last played each other at, of course, Anfield in the reverse of that fixture. And the game at Anfield, again, you know, I thought we did really well in that game. Just unfortunate that Alexander Isak was not available to be in the starting lineup for that game, or even to play in that game, to be honest. But he is available for this one. We've got pretty much a full strength squad, barring, of course, Anthony Gordon and the other players that are unavailable, including Lewis Hall, who is now out for the remainder of the season. I'm sure Liverpool fans will be happy to see that one, considering how much he kept Mo Salah quiet in the game at Anfield and at St James's Park. But looking at it, like I say, it's going to be a really tough game. I can't wait. Second League Cup final in 3 years. Should have maybe been at the League Cup final last season as well, if not for that game against Chelsea and what happened in that game. But 2 League Cup finals in 3 years, when you consider what us Newcastle United fans have been through, you know, what we've had to do to get to where we are now, that is impressive. You know, we're doing really well. You can see we're growing, we're learning, we're moving forward. And, you know, this is just the start of something fantastic for us Newcastle United fans. But this game on Sunday, it's going to be a game that hopefully, you know, we see ourselves coming away from Wembley with that trophy in hand. Unlike the last time when we went down there in the 23 season, of course, to take on Man U, and it was Man United coming away on that one with the trophy in hand. Hopefully it is black and white ribbons on that League Cup trophy come that final whistle on Sunday down at Wembley. 32,000 Newcastle fans going, of course, for the game. Complete sellout on the Newcastle side of things. And our sponsor, front of shirt sponsor, Salah, is providing, of course, 32,000 Newcastle fans with a scarf, of course, to wave during the game, and to have, of course, as a memento of the moment of this final. And that will be, of course, on the seat for the Newcastle fans when they arrive. Sort of like what we're seeing Man United have in the 23 final. Of course, just, you know, these ones obviously have been bought by Salah. That haven't been, you know, procured, shall we say, in the way their Man United ones were. But this is going to be, of course, an interesting game. It's going to be a really interesting game, and I can't wait to see, you know, what we do in it. To go into it in detail, you know, I'd say for us to come away from this game, we need to be looking at what we've done in the previous games against Liverpool this season, what we did in the game at St James's Park. We need to be focusing on Mo Salah. We need to be closing him out of the game, because it's proved, you know, Salah was the turning point for Liverpool in the game at St James's Park. He was the turning point in the game at Anfield as well. You know, so if we can close Salah out of the game and do that effectively, and then, you know, focus on other areas of the Liverpool team as well to close down, then I think we can come away with a win on Sunday. I think it can be a very positive game and a very positive result to come away from Wembley with the trophy in hand, especially, you know, if we do, like I say, you know, focus on closing down Salah and keeping him out of the game, keeping him quiet, and then looking at, Liverpool themselves, they're not in the best of form at the moment neither going into this one. They've just lost, of course, the Champions League game against PSG quite convincingly as well, by the way. Liverpool didn't seem to be at all in the game, in my opinion, on both legs of that game against PSG. And then you look at, the injury situation as well. Liverpool are starting to pick up a couple of injuries as well now. Alexander-Arnold, who was a doubt, of course, going into the game. It looks like he might not play, to be honest. Connor Bradley, again, right back position. Looks like he might not play. And then you've got Joe Gomez as well, who is also injured. So it's starting to look pretty interesting. Slot, of course, returns from a domestic ban. He did look like at one point that he was going to be missing this final, but then, of course, lo and behold, the ban was given to him just in time, so he would be on the stands, up in the stands, when, of course, it came to the Newcastle game, and then, from there, he had these other bans as well. Looking at the ref for this one, I've got to say I'm not a fan of the referee appointment or the VAR appointment for this game. I thought it's pretty one-sided, to be honest. Looking at it, it's again another Northwest contingent. The weirdest one is that the referee is a Scouser and John Brooks. I don't think a Scouser should be anywhere near this game, to be honest. I think that is pretty unfair, that they've allowed somebody like John Brooks, who is a Scouser, is known to support Liverpool as well, from what I've picked up. So that in itself, I think, is a bit of a weird one. Looking at his previous games this season as well, this will be the third time that he has officiated over a Newcastle game this season. And looking at his previous ones, he's officiated in the middle, of course, as being a 1-0 win over Arsenal and a 2-0 win over Arsenal. Of course, 2-0 win being in the semi-finals, and a 1-0 win, of course, being in the league. And then you look at the other stuff that John Brooks has done. Some Liverpool fans might be questioning this one as well as an appointment, because Newcastle versus Liverpool game in the Premier League back in August of 2023, which seen, of course, Liverpool win 2-1. But it did see Van Dijk being sent off in the game. I've got to say, it was a rightful sending off as well, that one. But a lot of Liverpool fans did question the sending off, and they did say that they thought it was a little harsh. But in my opinion, obviously it is a biased one, being a Newcastle fan, but I did think that that was a rightful sending off in that game. And hopefully, we can see a pretty entertaining game, a pretty equal game, and let's, see who the best team is between, us and Liverpool in that game on Sunday down at Wembley. But it's a 4:30 kickoff. If it's still tied by the 90 minutes, obviously it goes to extras, and then, of course, the dreaded penalties. But this is going to be an interesting game. I can't wait, and I'm going to go with score prediction of Newcastle just to come away a 1-0 win. I'd just happily take a 1-0 win. Late goal in the game from Alexander Isak, or, somebody like Joe Linton, or even, the weirdest one of all would be just a late minute goal from Dan Burn, who's just been called up to the England squad. I mean, it would be so fitting now that he's just gotten his first call up to the England squad to be, there, get on the end of a header, get on the end of something, just put it into the back of the net. Newcastle win 1-0 in the League Cup final, and, finally would be rid of this, cup hoodoo that has been hanging over this club now for quite a while. The last time we won a domestic trophy was the 54-55 season. Last time we won, of course, a trophy in total was the 69 Fairs Cup. So it's been a while since we've last won a trophy. We need to get this off our back, and I think this could be the perfect opportunity. We've just got to go in there with the right mentality. We've just got to go in there and do exactly like I said, you know, close out Salah and do all them other things, and we can come away from Wembley with that trophy in hand and, you know, progress forward from there. It's just that one trophy that we need to be able to move forward. But anyway, thanks to Connor for allowing us to come on his channel. I know this has been a bit of a longer preview from me, but please do check out my channel, where of course Connor will be coming on to give his thoughts, and of course you'll hear my thoughts a bit more over on my channel as well. It's going to be a bit different to what I've done here, so please do consider coming over and having a look, hitting the like and all that stuff, and I'll see you all over here. Bye, the lads.